stuff, you will get people losing sight of the larger picture. But, you know, that's also the nature of a discussion. It's okay to bring out all the negativity and to try to, if possible, answer it. For example, there was one that said that Arabs equals Muslims, equal terror, equal war. Made me really want to be out there and really try to confront this.
So that's exactly what she did in her next video.
Math has always been my strong point, but I don't need math to tell you that these two equations are wrong. Arab equals Muslim equals terror equals war.
But it's a topic people haven't stopped talking about. And so Queen Rania is planning another video response.
Let's get our facts straight. At the moment we're working on a clip that talks about how terrorism affects all of us, regardless of whether we're from the east or west, whether we're Christian or Muslims. For example, Jordan was itself a victim of terrorist attacks 3 years ago, when we had 3 bombs go off in 3 different hotels and we lost 60 people as a result. And you know, the psychological scars are still here and people are still feeling it.
Suleiman Bakhit, a comic book creator who Queen Rania has asked to contribute to a future YouTube broadcast, was in the US during the bombing of the Twin Towers. As president of the International Students' Union, he toured schools trying to persuade children that not all Arabs were bombers.
What I thought was, maybe if they have a positive impression, a positive experience, somebody of Middle Eastern and Muslim heritage, maybe when they grow up, you know, when they encounter somebody, they'll remember me and not remember Bin Laden.
Talking with the children completely reshaped his life.
A young girl stands up and says, she's 6 years old. She's like, well, is there an Arab Barbie? What's an Arab Barbie like? Is there an Arab Batman? And the kid starts, you know, yeah, is there an Arab Superman? Is there an Arab Batman? What kind of cartoons do you watch? And it hit me. We have none. Arab mythology is very rich. You have Aladdin, you know, Sindbad, but we don't do our own stories even. Aladdin, the most famous, you know, the famous movie was done by Hollywood, and it's so distorted. It's so different than the actual mythology. And I'll be honest, I just couldn't get the idea out of my head.
Suleiman quit his degree and decided to set up one of the only comic book companies in Jordan.
Welcome to the impossible dream. My dream, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
At the moment, he's working on putting something together for the Queen's YouTube channel. In the meantime, he's hanging out at the computer club Queen Rania visited earlier, which is where he road tests his comics.
When it gets really busy here, it's so loud, there's so much energy, it's louder than my motorbike. That poster right there is the poster I gave as a gift to the Intel Clubhouse members, because they helped me develop the story and everything. Basically, it's the first group of superhero kids. And you see that kid Nar with the blue flame, and he's got the hatta on his head, the Jordanian hatta, to make him, you know, look more Jordanian.
The hatta, however, has recently caused controversy, because while it may be a symbol of pride in Jordan, an American company has recently pulled an online ad because people had labeled their model scarf a symbol of terrorism.
She was wearing a scarf that was similar to one of these scarves. And there's this big row in the United States about this being representing terrorism.
He's not the only one who's concerned. Back at Queen Rania's office, she's recording a new YouTube message, wearing a hatta.
Are not downtrodden. And this is not a symbol of extremist behavior.
We're actually really surprised that she came out wearing the hatta, but she felt, since it is a very contentious issue right now, that it needs to be addressed. And it just goes to show how far these stereotypes sometimes run, because something that's a symbol of national pride to one can be a symbol of terrorism to the other.
It's not the only point the Queen is trying to make.
And the world needs to see more. At the end of the day, this is really about, not me, but it's about encouraging people to be creative in sending their message across.
Across the Arab world, Queen Rania wants people to post videos, not just comments, telling people about their lives.
Because that is a grand misconception, that our lives in the East and the West are very different. Meanwhile, our interests, our hopes and our dreams are very much the same. So Her Majesty is just hoping for more of that, more videos showing the Middle East rather than just talking about it.
On the other side of Amman, Rula Maghrabi is one of the first people to take up Queen Rania's challenge to post more video responses. She's one of the channel's biggest fans. Today, she's meeting 2 of the friends she met through Queen Rania's site in order to make some films about their lives. Together they are filming a video to try and change people's perceptions about their part of the world.
I like my wife.
I like Pink Floyd.
2,000 miles away in the UK, Helen Owens is watching their video.
They kind of talk about normal things that normal people do, really, regardless of where you're from or how you live. Just kind of talking about things that they do with their everyday lives, like me. I don't think it's completely given me information that I didn't know already, but the site's really helped. At the time, I didn't know very many Arabs to ask a question to, so the site really helped to ask a question and receive an answer from many different perspectives of the Arab world.
Helen isn't the only person who's got a different perspective on the Arab world, thanks to Queen Rania. Mia Rose, the YouTube star Queen Rania met in the UK, has come to Jordan to record a song for the site.
Not even.
Half an hour. No laughing. This is a serious matter. We can't have laughing in here.
Her Majesty is a fan of Mia Rose. She's seen her YouTube clips and been following them rather closely. So when Her Majesty recently met with Mia, Mia expressed a willingness to actually be part of Her Majesty's YouTube page.
With the local musician Hannah Gargor, she recorded a clip which was posted on Queen Rania's site in June.
We're playing a song by John Mayer called Waiting for the World to Change.
But can they change the world? Can Queen Rania? Isn't the whole thing one big publicity stunt? Or as the critics put it,
how can we tell that this isn't just propaganda with a pretty face?
Yeah, actually, I'm flattered that someone thinks it's a pretty face, but the issue about propaganda, no, I strongly refute that and disagree with it. The way I see it is that there's so much bias and misinformation about my people, about this part of the world, about this religion, and all that I'm trying to do is provide a window into this world. You know, I'm not in denial. I know that the Arab world, we have many, many problems, many issues that need to be dealt with, whether it's on the political, social, economic, or religious levels. There are many, many challenges out there. But what I'm trying to do through this channel is not to say that we are perfect and everything's okay, but to just try to dismantle some of the misconceptions that are out there.
she might not have changed everyone's minds, but she certainly got them talking.
And an awful lot of people have launched all kinds of things, but it's not the kind of thing that would be discussed and therefore publicised, potentially worldwide. As you've proven, we're talking about it. When you stand up in these situations, potentially there's a lot of problems, a lot of criticisms that can come your way, and she could be putting herself in for a lot of attacks. But, I mean, my view certainly is that it's a brave move and it's a good move.
Queen Rania's YouTube project has brought the issue of Arab stereotypes to the attention of millions of people. But it's an